Say take one?
Yeah, it's because I gotta line the audio up later.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, this is Creative Mindsets, take one. Hey guys, it's Denise. Okay. But don't look at me. Hey guys, it's me, Denise, with Creative.
That's really good, dude. Just keep going.
But you keep looking. Hey guys, it's Denise. I just wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on with me lately, with my life, with my kids, the opening of the art lounge and everything, just all around. I have been super busy lately. My last video was posted maybe about 6 to 7 months ago. So I'm gonna try to keep you guys updated on what's been going on with me. I'm not sure how often, but more often than every 6 months, that's for sure. We're working on it. For those of y'all who have seen my last video, I kind of talked about quitting my job to pursue my dream. A lot has happened since that last video. After I quit my last job, I had turned my mom's garage into a studio. So that was kind of cool while it lasted, you know, but it just wasn't enough. And then there was a couple of bumps that I stumbled upon in the road that kind of prevented me from growing, and there was just some clashes, but from that I was able to open up my own studio. I'll tell you a little bit how that happened. I was working out of my mom's garage and it was cool, but there were some things between my mom and I that just weren't really clicking too well, where I just wasn't there as often as I would have liked to be. You know, it came to a point to where my mom was like, well, you know, this is my garage. You're either gonna work here a little bit more or I'm gonna use it for something else. And that was kind of like, First of all, I'm the type of person that doesn't like being told anything. I don't like anybody telling me what to do, ever. After that, I was just like, oh, well, let me try to figure something out. I needed a workspace. I could not work from home because I have like a studio. It's just like one big living room, one restroom, one kitchen, and that's it. I have 2 kids, so those who don't know me, like I have 2 kids. So I have like no type of privacy. There's really no room for anything extra, living and sleeping, and that's it. So whenever she told me that, I was kind of put under pressure, like I have to find somewhere to work, to, you know, host classes, to work on my personal art, and it had to be somewhere that I was inspired, because part of the reason why I wasn't at my mother's house a lot was because I just didn't feel inspired there because of the energy that was around. Fast forward, that same day, I had recently just bought some rollerblades just because, you know, they seemed cool and I kind of wanted a rollerblade. So that same day that my mother told me that, I left, I was with my kids. I was like, okay, you know what? I need to find some roller skates for my kids so that we can all go roller skating or whatever. I went through Facebook, on Facebook Marketplace. I found some for my youngest son from this lady that lived here in Duncanville, and she was like 7 minutes away from where I was. They were his size and everything, so I messaged her. I was like, hey, are these still available? And she's like, yeah, when can you come? I said, well, I can go right now. I met up with her and she was like, hey, how old are your kids? I have a son, like he needs friends. We exchanged numbers and stuff. I ended up adding her on Facebook. She reaches out to me and she's like, hey, you know, you have pretty cool art. You should check out this place. She worked with a real estate agent that was leasing some space not far from where I live. So in my mind, in the back of my mind, I'm like, my mom just told me this. I run into this lady and she's like, I have space right here and it's at a pretty decent price. I'm gonna go check out the space. It was like cages, so I was kind of iffy about it because I didn't want to host my paint classes out of a cage. I didn't want my people to feel caged or anything like that. Well, anyways, a cage space is better than no space, so I was really thinking about it. They sent me the lease. I sat on it for about 4 or 5 days because it was like a 30-page lease, so I had to read over everything. Towards the last day that I was actually gonna sign it and submit it, she reached out to me and she's like, the space just opened up. It's a storefront. It's a little bit higher, but I feel like it would be better use for your business, and it'd just be better for you all around. So I was like, well, I don't know. It might be a little bit out of my budget. I still kind of shot her some numbers and she's like, well, what's your budget? And I told her this, that, whatever. We ended up coming to an agreement. She worked with my budget. Fast forward to today, that's where I am now. I actually was able to rent out a studio with a storefront that's not in a cage. This is where I host my paint classes, do all my custom. I use this for my workspace and it's been awesome. I just feel like everything happens in its right timing. Don't look at me. Since I've opened up the art lounge, it has been it's been an adventure. Definitely has been different. I've always been a very unorganized person, not schedule anything type of person, but since I've opened it, I've kind of had to force myself to get organized. I got a planner. I have a whole big agenda calendar that I have on my desk. It's been really tough getting adjusted to getting organized, but it's necessary for sure. Aside from that, and dealing with my kids, I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, making sure that I'm giving them the attention they need and, being the best mother I can be. Also, like, focusing on my dream because I also want them to see that they don't have to settle. The opportunities out here are endless. It's been fun finding that balance. A lot of this you can't really plan for. You just kind of it just happens along the way and you just figure it out. For the most part, I'd say I'm pretty positive about everything that's been happening. Can you pour me some more wine?
Yeah.
Thank you. My day-to-day activity here at the Art Lounge has been kind of sporadic. I don't have any specific routines. Thank you. Some days I'm like, okay, I need to go. I have work to do. I have my personal art requests, whether it's coffee mugs, canvases, shoes, getting ready for a class that I'm hosting. And then some days I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna go to the gym and the trails today. And then if I get around to going to the Art Lounge, then I'll go hit it up. It just really depends on my mood. Mostly if I have a class scheduled on Friday, most of the time I'm prepping for that class Friday morning. Or maybe Thursday evening, maybe. I need to get better at that. I'm not really open for specific business hours. I do have a little art shop here, the personal art that I paint or that I just have here at the shop that's for sale, which, people are more than welcome to come while I'm here. But I'm kind of working on hashing out every business hours and all that. In the meanwhile, it's just kind of, I'm learning. As far as my paint classes go, this paint and sip business, it's been pretty interesting. What I enjoy painting is more towards the urban art. I like painting celebrities. That's just a lot of the stuff that I'm into. I can pretty much host any type of class, whether it's abstract, the scene, whatever it is, the ocean. I can walk you through that. But as far as what I enjoy urban art. I enjoy painting celebrities because that's the type of art that I would like to have in my own household. And that's kind of the audience that I sort of aim towards. At the same time, it's kind of been a struggle trying to pin my audience that I'm trying to bring in, because at the end of the day, I want to bring in all audiences. I want to bring in kids. I want to bring in the higher class. I want to bring in the lower class also. It's been a struggle trying to find that balance, I guess. I do want to stay true to myself and what I truly enjoy. Lastly, I just want to thank you all for just sort of supporting me, following me, liking my business page, coming to my art classes, requesting your personal art from me, whatever it is. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. It really means the world to me. If it wasn't for you, I really wouldn't be where I am right now, honestly. I've had a good amount of people reach out to me that have kind of seen the process of my growth or the transition in my career and let me know that it's very motivating or inspiring. That really makes me happy because a part of me feels like, that's something that I need to be doing, because at one point I felt like I was stuck. And if you have a specific talent or something that you want to do, then, by all means go for it. Whether it's converting your full-time to a part-time job so you can have a little bit more time on your own personal dreams, whatever it is that you want to do. It's not impossible, and it's definitely worth it. My motto that sort of helped me transition was, am I truly happy? Do I really want to be at this job? Where am I going with this job? And that just kind of pushed me to sort of dig deeper into, pick at my brain and my heart. What is it that I truly want to do? And really at the end of the day, I feel like the ultimate goal is being happy and living a happy life. And if you're working a job that you're miserable at, you cannot be happy there. You're at your job 8 hours a day, all day. It's draining you. By the time you get home to your kids or to your spouse or to whoever, your pet, do you really have that energy that you deserve to give them? All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow me at the links in the description below. Make sure to come to one of my paint classes. They're pretty dope. Positive vibes, good music, unforgettable memories. And I'll see you guys soon.